Hey guys, I'm going to show you how I use my Mobilinkd TNC4 to connect to a Winlink packet gateway over 2 meters. I've got a script here that I've written that will do a little bit of work for us. So if I go to TNC scripts and TNC4 connect, we can see here the script does a couple things. If I go down here to the section that actually performs tasks, the first thing I do is use the rfcomm utility to connect to the MAC address. This is the Bluetooth MAC address of my radio, and I found this by doing an HCI tool scan and then copied it into this file. And that binds that connection to this dev rfcomm 0, which is essentially a COM port that's exposed. It sleeps for 3 seconds so that it has time to get everything set up. And then I use the kissattach utility to bind rfcomm 0, which is that port we made here, to this WL2K AX port, which is defined in etc AX.25 AX ports. And here we just have WL2K, the name, my call sign, or the call sign of the station rather, 9600 baud, which is what it uses to talk to the TNC. I'm actually not sure what these numbers do. I haven't looked into it. And then I just call it 1200 baud. This is just a name, and then it tells it 1200 baud per second. So once that runs, we'll be attached, and we just wait for all of those processes to close before we would close this script. But I also set up a trap here so that when I control C or kill the process, it will run these steps inside this cleanup function, where it will do an rfcomm release to release that COM port, and then also kill any kissattach processes. So that does basically just frees up both the Bluetooth connection, COM port, and the kiss port, so that if I were to run it again, it wouldn't have to iterate that rfcomm port number or run into some COM port already in use errors. So anyway, let's go ahead and run that script, which I have aliased to just this TNC4 command. I enter my sudo password. It looks like actually it didn't get cleaned up last time I ran it, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it. Just run it again. So you can see here connected on channel 1 to this MAC address, and then the AX port WL2K bound to that device. And then over here, I'm going to run pat HTTP, which is the pat Winlink client, and I would show you the config, but it has my Winlink password in it, so I can't do that. But basically all it does is map to this WL2K AX.25 port. And then here we will open the UI. And I'll make this full screen so it's a little easier to see. And here we can go in here and click to connect, click AX.25. We can show RMS, and then this is my RMS node that is just upstairs from me. So I hit connect. It will call using my radio, which just takes a second usually. While that's running, I can show you here that it's trying to connect in the log, and then we should get a connection here in just a second. Sometimes it takes a few seconds for the radio to actually key up. Come on. All right. Well, I went ahead and power cycled the TNC. I'm not sure what's going on, but I guess you guys can see when it goes wrong what I do. So I power cycled the TNC. It killed this process because the Bluetooth disconnected. I will reconnect, and then we'll try it one more time. AX.25. My radio is manually tuned to this frequency, and I will hit connect. And there we go, it's connected. And I don't believe I have any emails to exchange, so nothing will happen. But if I had an email to send or I had an email to retrieve, that would happen there. And that's it. So using PAT, that's a nice little web UI way to do that. Alternatively, since we're connected here with AX.25, we can just use a AX.25 call command to the SSID of the station So I can just hit that, hit enter, and that will bring up kind of like a BBS style interface to interact with the station. You can run any command and that will give you a login prompt. And basically what that will do is give you this login and then 3 numbers. So what you'll do with those numbers is go look at your Winlink password, which should be 6 characters, and you'll take the 4th character, the 2nd character, and the 5th character in that order and place them randomly in a string of 6 characters of any characters. So you'll have the 3 characters you care about in order. I don't believe they have to be together, but they have to be in that order, with 3 other random characters so that anyone watching traffic can't easily guess your password. I'm sure they could probably put it together if they tried hard enough, but that will get you 6 characters with those 3 characters in it. You'll send that, and then you can list your emails. You can read an email, and you can reply to emails just like you were using something like PAT or Winlink Express. So anyway, that's how I use my TNC4 with rfcomm, AX.25, and PAT to talk to a Winlink station over a 2-meter packet. Thanks.